is up there. We'll be heading out here shortly. All right, drivers, my name is Ken. I'm going to be guiding you through this session here, so go ahead and put your cars in gear if you would, please. And we're going to get rolling. All right, so we're going to keep building on what we've been practicing so far today, and that's getting our eyes up, looking ahead so that we have good information about what we're going to deal with next. We do not want any surprises out there, so we have to gather that information by looking far enough ahead to plan our path or our actions for what we're going to do next. Follow the road with your eyes. Don't just stare at the cones. We need to be aware of those cones, but we want to use our peripheral vision to tell us when they're next to the car so we can respond to the turning cone, for example. While we're looking around the corner, in our peripheral vision, we'll see the turning cone. We'll know when to move the steering wheel. So follow the road. The road with your eyes. Gather that information in plenty of time to make good decisions. All right, if you have not already done so, start your video recording. If you've already marked your finish line on the main straight, you do not need to do that again. All right, let's work our way out onto the track. Stan, look down the left for the turning cone here, so we make sure we get to that point before we move the steering wheel. But look around the corner. We need to see where the apex is and which way the track is going. And as we come off the corner, squeeze on the throttle and work your way up through the gears. So fourth gear for the manual, fifth gear for the automatic. Firmly on the brakes, nice and early here. Downshift, have your shifts completed before we turn. Now look out the right side of the windshield here, Stan. See where the turning cone for turn 2 is. Accelerate until you reach the turning cone and then gently feather the throttle as we go through the corner. We just want to keep our speed constant as we go past the apex. Good, now accelerate out and up a gear. So up to fourth for the manual, up to fifth for the automatic. And then firm brakes as we slow the car down and down one gear before we turn. Now watch how far I carry my brakes into the corner here, Stan. See how I'm still turning and still braking with light braking, gets to that apex. Turn the wheel, turn the wheel. Yeah, if you didn't get to the apex curve, chances are you just didn't move the steering wheel enough. So keep steering the car. Keep turning tighter until you get to the apex. All right, now look through turn 4 here. Look for the curve up there at the beginning of turn 5. We need to know about that before we actually get to the apex of 4 so we can have a nice smooth arc out to the right side of the road. And the automatic's back to third before you turn left into turn 5. All right, accelerate down the straight. And the automatic's only up to fourth gear. All right, slowing the car down, but look around the corner here. See where the S's start here, Stan, so we can start visualizing our path. We've got all these cones here, and we have to be near all of them. Right? We don't want to ignore any of the cones. So make sure we are driving the car onto the curb next to the cones. Get this turning cone over here on the left. Make sure you start from the left side of the road for the right-hand turn 7. Now unwind, accelerate over to the left, brake straight, and the automatic's back to third gear for turn 8. Turn 8, all we're doing here is getting ready for turn 9. We want to be on the right side of the road at the apex so we can accelerate straight along the right side of the road for a moment. Then brush the brakes, turn to the apex, look towards turn 10, accelerate out. Good. Brake straight to slow down. Get to the turning cone, but already start looking around the corner. Look down the straight, sweep out to the left here. All right, roll in, full throttle down the straight up to fifth gear for the auto, fourth gear for the manual, full throttle. Gently ease off the throttle and begin your braking with firm pressure. Do your downshift before you turn. Now look through turn 1 here, Stan. Look up towards turn 2. See that cone up there on the left? You're going to accelerate until you reach that point. All right, we need to see that a little sooner so you can unwind smoothly out of the corner. Keep your speed constant in the corner, and then accelerate out of the corner. Full throttle. Up a gear again. And firm brakes, nice and early. Down a gear. All right, now let's get to the apex here. We're going to carry those brakes. Keep moving the steering wheel this time. Keep driving the car to the apex. On the curb. Now, see, you're 5 feet away from the apex there, Stan, and that makes your exit from the corner slower. It's a lot more awkward. We've got to keep turning the steering wheel. We need to see that apex in the distance so we can know where we're going. So look ahead here. We're going to move over to the right, get over by the curb here, brake straight. The automatic's down to third before you turn left. All right, accelerate down the straight. Start thinking about the S's, right? We've got turning cones. We've got apex cones, so we want to make sure we're dealing with all of those correctly. So we always have to start the corner next to the turning cone and look through the corners. Don't just look at one corner at a time. Look through the corners and see several at a time. Just get your eyes up. Your peripheral vision gives you a lot of information while you're looking all the way through the S's there. All right, now, remember, turn 8, we want to be on the right side. You did a nice job last time, so let's do that again. So we come around the end of the turn 8 on the right side, and as you straighten the wheel, accelerate for a moment. Then, oh, it swung a little wide there, so you couldn't accelerate because you were still turning. So we want to get the car turned before that little short straight there, so we can accelerate parallel to the right side of the road up to the entrance of turn 9. All right. Good. Roll into that throttle. Full throttle down the straight, up to 4th for the manual, 5th for the auto. Firm pressure on the brakes. Now start looking through turn 1 here. As we come into the corner, light brakes, look for that turning cone up there on the left for turn 2. Now accelerate until you reach the turning cone and then gently feather the throttle as we go through turn 2. Just keep your speed steady, don't slow down, don't speed up. Now accelerate as you leave the corner. Full throttle, up a gear. Then nice and early on the brakes. I'm going to slow you down here, Stan. I want you to follow me here. Now, keep turning the steering wheel. Keep turning the wheel. I want you to feel the curb under the right tires. Tires on the curb. Drive right on it. Drive right on it. There you go. That's what it should feel like as you go by that apex. All right, so make sure we're moving the wheel enough to get there. All right, setting up on the right here, but look left. Look through turn 4. See the curb up there on the beginning of turn 5? We need to see that. Okay, get to those apex curbs, right? Watch my left tires. See how much curb I drive on here? Do that. There you go. Perfect. Sweep out to the right. Look for the turning cones, folks. Try not to turn before them. That's not good at all. Turning in late, it's a little slower. It's still not the best, but try to be as precise as you can, but never turn in too early for a corner. All right, accelerate up the left side here, Stan. Brake till you get to the turning cone. Now stay nice and wide here so we can, now see how I'm going to tighten up the line here at the end, and then I'm already on the right side of the road going straight. There you go. That was perfect. All right, remember how you did that? We'll do it the next several laps. All right, accelerate out. Over to the left here now. Wait till the turning cone, but don't look at it. Look right. See where the track's going. Okay, all the way to the outside. Now what happened there? You got on the throttle a little early. Over to the right there, if you would, Stan. Come to a stop. We're going to have George followed by Willie come by on the left, and then we're all going to pull over in front of Stan. Yeah, we're going to pull over in front of the straight. All right, we're going to hang tight here, let some groups go by. All right, off we go. So look down the other end of the straight there, George. All right, good. Off we go. Let's work our way up to 4th gear for the, that's just 3rd gear for the manual, 4th gear for the automatic. All right, George, look through the corner. As we enter the corner, look for that turning cone up there on the left for turn 2. All right, now accelerate until you reach that cone. As we approach the cone, we'll find the apex up there on the right. Come over to the curve. As we approach the apex, look up the hill towards turn 3. Accelerate hard, up a gear, and then on the brakes, and back to third gear for the manual, fourth gear for the automatic to turn 3. Now, watch my brake lights. See how I'm still balancing, I'm still turning the wheel. Look right on the curb with those tires. On the curb, turn. Now accelerate. There you go. Accelerate all the way out to the left. Look towards turn 4. Yeah, use all the road. See, you would hold that steering wheel turn too long. Drive where I'm driving. See where my tires are on this curb? Put your tires just like I'm doing here. I brake straight, look left, watch how much curb I use here. On the curb, sweep out to the right. There you go. Good, accelerate down the straight. Up to fourth gear for the automatic, and then braking for the S's. Turn 6 leads to the S's here. So we set up on the left because there's a turning cone. Then we brush the brakes and back to light throttle for each corner. So brush the brakes to turn, light throttle to maintain your speed. Now we have another set of S's here with a turning cone on the left. Get over to the turning cone before you turn to the right. Sweep out to the left. There you go, very nice. Now remember, at the other end of turn 8, we do not want to have to drive back over to the right side of the road. We want to be on the right side already as we come around the corner. Good, that gave you a good angle into turn 9 here. All right, now just trying to get to that apex, so make sure we're preparing the car to turn at the turning cone. Now notice where I turn. I get all the way to the turning cone. Now turn, there you go, into the apex. Good, sweep out to the left, all the way to the left. Foot to floor, up to 5th for the auto, 4th for the manual. Ease off the throttle, nice firm pressure on the brake. Now 1 gear before we turn, but start looking through the corner. As we approach the apex here, look for that turning cone up there on the left for turn 2. Now accelerate to the turning cone. Now feather the throttle in the corner. Feather the throttle. Keep your speed steady. Tires on the curve. On the curve. Good. Now roll in. Full throttle. Up a gear. Firm pressure on the brake. Down a gear. All right, now follow me here. Keep turning the wheel. Keep turning. Get to the apex. Tires on the curve. On the curve. Now accelerate out. Follow me out here to the left. That's it. Look at that. See how much better your exit was that time? All right, now we're going to slow it down here, but look through turn 4 to turn 5. Look for that curve up there on the right so we can get there. All right, now as we slow down here, look out the left side window. See where the road's going. Good. See, more information allows you to make better decisions, so keep your eyes up. All right, as we slow the car down here, start following the road to the left. And as we enter the S's, look ahead. You can see 4 cones here. All right, we need to get next to all of the cones. So then we come through this left-hander. Now we can see 4 more cones. So we get in position for each cone. We need to see the next 2 corners. Good, coming around this one, look towards turn 8. Right, we can remember this is a big, long right-hand turn. We have to get in position for it, and we have to visualize where we want to be as we come around the corner. And now we're setting up for turn 9. As we get to the turning cone, turn sharp enough to get to the apex. Accelerate out. Look for turn 10. Set up on the left for turn 10, but don't look at the turning cone. Look around the corner. Let your peripheral vision see the cone. All the way to the left. All right, much improved on that lap there, George. Very good. Over to the right, if you would, please. Over to the right. All right, Willie, followed by Stan. Come on by on the left. 2 cars are going to go by you there, George. All right, Willie, looking ahead, we've got our braking zone, our turning cone. So make sure you are in 3rd gear here. Light brakes into the corner. Look ahead to turn 2 now so we know where to go as we accelerate. Good. Now feather the throttle starting at the turning cone. Keep your speed steady. Then we'll unwind and accelerate out to the middle of the road and upshift. All right, now remember we've got that apex all the way around the corner and down the hill. We have to have our tires on that curve. So look around the corner, see where it is. Keep moving the steering wheel. Keep steering the car to the curb. Good. Then accelerate out to the left. Look towards turn 4. Good. All right. Excellent. Now, as we enter turn 4, remember, we're already starting to look ahead to turn 5. We need to see that curve up there on the right so we know where to go in a nice smooth arc. Brake straight. Now look out the left side window. See where the straight goes here? Reminds you how tight the corner is. There you go. Look at that. Nice and smooth through there. Excellent. All right, so now we're going to think about the S's. All right, we're going to prepare for the S's. We're going to get to all of those reference points. So turning cones is very important that we wait till we get there before we change direction. The steering wheel fast enough to get where you need to go, but move it smoothly. Don't throw it erratically. Try to be very controlled. All right, get to the turning cone, brush the brakes, sharper to the right, accelerate out. Good. Now plan what we're going to do on the other end of turn 8 here. All right, we're going to be on the right side of the road, getting ready for turn 9, and if we stay to the right, we can accelerate for a moment. Good. Into the apex, look ahead for turn 10. And light brakes into the corner. Now turn sharp enough here to be aiming down the straight. Good. Now we can accelerate out and off we go. Excellent. Corner, turn 2, and accelerate out of the corner. Good. Then feather the throttle through the corner. Feather the throttle. Steady, steady, steady. Then accelerate out. Now get the car slowed down. This corner's slower than foot. Get to the apex. And when you feel that vibration under your tire, start accelerating. Roll into full throttle out to the outside here. Now start looking for turn 5 as we come into turn 4 here. Get in position. Start thinking about the S's. Remember, be precise. We don't want to slow down here, but we can't speed up. So we have to be very accurate. Hit your mark. Good. Accelerate into position for turn 8. Everybody up here, so we'll just slow down a little bit, stay online, we'll gather everyone up here for this lap. Alright, everybody look for your turning cones, look for your reference points there, marking, and get to those marks. Alright, accelerate down the straight, and off we go here, Willie. Light brakes into the corner. Now start looking ahead to turn 2 as we approach the apex. Plan your exit from 1 and your approach to 2. Good. Back off, keep things steady in the corner. Nice and smooth, then accelerate out. Alright, now think about getting to the apex. When you feel that vibration under the tires, that's your permission to begin accelerating. Use them gravity to come off the corner in addition to the motor. Alright, look ahead to turn 5 as we enter turn 4. Alright, now nice, smooth, controlled. Fast enough to get where you need to go, but move it smoothly. Look far enough ahead so you can plan your maneuvers before you get there, and that'll help you smooth things out as well. Alright, excellent. So now, all we're doing here in turn 8 is getting ready to approach turn 9 from the right side of the road. Nicely done there, Willie. All right, we're going to gather everybody up on our cool down lap here, so we'll balance. So we'll gather everybody up here. And as we enter turn 1, I want you to rest your foot lightly on the brake, starting at the turning cone, but don't slow the car down. All right, at a slower pace, it's easy to slow the car down. We do not want to slow down as we turn into the corner. So rest your foot lightly on the brakes as we turn in, and see if you can do that without slowing the car down. That's how we calibrate our foot on the brake pedal for that light braking to balance. Now, I have a little challenge here for you for turn 3. Number 1, I want you to get to the apex. So we're going slow enough. You can see it in plenty of time. You can move the steering wheel, drive the car so the tires are on the apex curve. But I also want you to light the brake lights up at the turning cone and keep the brake lights lit all the way to the apex without slowing down. So we're going to give that a try. Just resting your foot lightly on the brakes, starting at the turning cone, and steer the car to the apex while we're balancing the car. All right, that's exactly what we want to do when we're going faster. No difference whatsoever. The slowing down, remember, is always done before we turn into the corner. Then we're just using the light brakes to balance. So we're going to do that again here in turn 4 and turn 5. Light brakes turning into the corner, no slowing down. If you feel the car slowing down, you're pushing too hard. So the next corner, push a little less. All we're trying to do is basically light up the brake lights. That's all the pressure it takes. If you lifted your foot, if you're doing it correctly, the brake lights are on. If you lift your foot at all, the brake lights turn off. So we're at the very top of the travel of the brake pedal. We're going to do that again in turn 6. And then in the S's, every time we change direction, I'd like to have your foot lightly on the brake. So you'll see my brake lights coming on here as I turn, back to light throttle. Brake lights to turn, back to light throttle. All right, brake lights to turn, back to light throttle. So our foot's just going side to side, back and forth to balance the car. All right, turn signals on as we come around turn 7, and we'll work our way over to the track exit. And we'll reduce our speed down to 15 miles an hour for our pass across the paddock here. All right, and when you come onto the paddock, if you have an SD card installed and you're recording the video, this is a good place to remind yourself to stop the video so we don't forget to do that while we're parking the car.